Marriage should be fun, fulfilling, and full of joy, but too often, outside voices try to define what it should look like. Your Best Marriage Now is here to challenge the norms and help couples build a relationship that feels right for them. Hosted by Reshema and Jacques Mountain, this podcast is all about embracing the freedom to love, laugh, and grow together. We believe in living at your own address, meaning your marriage should reflect your values, your happiness, and your vision. Join us as we share real conversations, practical insights, and plenty of fun along the way. Let's dive in together.
Well, welcome back to Your Best Marriage Now. I am Jacques Mountain, and this is my wife, Reshema Mountain, and we want to welcome you to another episode. So for those of you all who may be joining us for the very first time, we always start off every episode talking about what we call the 3 C's or the 3 pillars to marriage. Number 1 is communication. Now, when we talk about communication, we're talking about getting in the other person's shoes, really hearing what they're saying, where they're coming from, why they're saying it before you respond. So that's the type of communication we're talking about. When we talk about compromise, we're talking about how can we have a win-win relationship? How can it be a place where both parties feel like they won? We can have an argument and still feel like, man, I don't have to feel bad leaving the argument. Yes. I can have an argument, we can have a disagreement, and we walk away going, okay, we resolved that. That was an issue that we handled as a team. And then lastly, no matter how bad it gets, we are committed. So those are the 3 C's. And commitment is truly just the bottom when, hey, things aren't going good. Relationship is struggling right now. Kids not doing that great. Finances may be in a little bit of a trouble, but we're still here. We're still standing and we're not going anywhere because we are #team. And whatever your last name is. So we're going to stand. So we're standing on those 3 C's. And as we talk about communication, one of the things that we want to bring up on this episode is just some of the myths that go with manhood, some of the myths that go with womanhood, some things that people have told us, things we've seen, maybe even things that we've tried that just didn't fit us. It just didn't. That just don't seem right for my household, but that's what my granny told me to do. Or, that just don't really feel right for me, but that's what my dad said I should do. And that's why our motto is live at your own address. And so I'm going to address one of the myths for manhood is the man's got to be the breadwinner. Like for those who may be Christians, society is always telling everybody you got to be the breadwinner. There's no Bible verse that says you have to be the breadwinner. That's been society. That's been, what's that?
Passed down.
Passed down.
And passed over.
Right. That you have to be the breadwinner. Be who you are. Provide what you provide. And, for those who don't know our story, when we got married, she made twice what I made, like literally double. Like my paycheck was 1,000, hers was 2. If I got 4, she got 8. If I got 16, she got 32. She literally made double the money that I made when we got married. And somebody said, well, were you striving to hurry and catch up? Nope. Didn't know that I was going to catch up. Didn't know that I would ever make more than her. And it didn't matter because it was ours together. So one of these things is now you're putting unnecessary pressure on yourself to out-earn your spouse. Because a real man should make the money in the household. That's no truth to that.
Right.
Yeah. So you're putting unnecessary pressure on yourself to try and make money to prove something to who? To prove something to society, to your homeboys, versus just saying, no, this is what I make. This is what I do. I love what I do.
Right.
And this is what it pays me, but my wife loves what she does, and that's what it pays her.
Right.
So we're not in competition to see who makes more. So that's a myth that you, as the man, have to be the breadwinner in the household.
Okay. I like that.
You like that?
I do, because, I believe you were supposed to win all that bread. I was eating it. It was starting to show, too. But anyway, one of the myths with womanhood, man, this is a strong one that women can't say, I'm sorry. We can't apologize. I'm going to show y'all how we can do it. Listen, I'm going to help you. Give y'all some communication tips. Repeat after me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What's the other one? I was wrong. I was wrong. See how y'all are doing that? I'm sorry. I was wrong. Oh, this is another one that was big for me. Y'all feel me? Stick with me now. You ain't gonna dissolve. This one right here. You are. Who almost got choked just saying it? You are right. That is.
Hold it back up there just in case somebody didn't see it. The last, they maybe they didn't see last week.
Please forgive me. And what's the other one? You were right. I've got that one on there twice because that's the real deal.
And I love the way you put it on the cardboard, like the little homeless people. Like, this is a desperation plea. Like, like when they are standing on the exit sign. I'm sorry, I was wrong.
But that's the way I felt last year.
Right.
Because we were in trouble, man. Because I wasn't saying I was sorry, and I wasn't saying I was wrong. And I wasn't saying you were right. And just like the other day, we had a misunderstanding and I misunderstood something you said. My reaction time has gotten quicker versus it used to take a prayer, fasting, counseling. 3 months done went by. I'm like, yeah, you remember what happened? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm quicker recognizing, you know what, I did misunderstand what you said and I apologize. And I went and did X, Y, and Z when you already handled that. Please forgive me. Totally my fault. I take responsibility for that. That just cannot be the theme of who we are. That cannot be our identity, especially if we say we're from God, we're of God, we believe in God, we believe in the word. We got to be more loving. We have to admit and take ownership for the mishaps, the mistakes, the wrongs, take ownership for all of it. Mm-hmm. The myth that women can't take ownership, we got to get rid of that starting today. We're about starting forward. Today is your day. Starting forward, you can say, I'm wrong, I'm sorry, you were right. Please forgive me, you were right. How can we move forward? Mm-hmm. That was a big one. For me. Yeah.
And it was a big one because most of the time it was the brothers that were wrong.
Yeah.
It was the brothers that overspent and forgot to do something and forgot homework and didn't pick up the kids on time and all of the things.
That's not I did mean to interrupt you. We're not talking about excusing repetitive bad behavior.
Exactly.
That's not what we're talking about. That's nothing about what Jacques and I stand for. We're talking about as the individual, the majority, because I never speak for all women. All women, y'all don't know all women, you don't know all men, so stop that. But a lot of us have had a hard time saying that we're wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And so taking ownership is important. Mm-hmm. And that's how the relationship grows. Because finally it's like, okay, I can make a mistake. We can move forward. You can make a mistake and we can move forward. Because at the end of the day, nobody died.
Right.
It was a mistake. It was messed up. It did maybe set us back a little bit. But you know what? We can move forward from here.
Yeah.
Here's another myth that we can talk about. The man has to initiate sex.
I was going to do that one.
Yes.
I was going to do that. I was hoping maybe you would go there because we haven't discussed the myths.
No, we haven't. We just talking about them as we go.
Right.
Because we hear them all the time. And it's like, men don't have to initiate sex. You're married. Your wife can initiate.
I am the initiator.
Correct.
And I used to feel some kind of way about that because it wasn't that I knew you wanted me, but my conditioning was, well, you the lady. He should come after you, like I'm a damsel waiting to get taken. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you taking too long. When you gonna give me that?
Right.
When you gonna give it to me again?
Right.
And owning my individual personality and how I like to show up in this marriage.
Right.
I've had women say, Reshema, I can't believe you. All the conversations
Your
I've
sex
got.
drive is so high.
Your sex drive so high. Y'all stop all that judgy stuff. Stop all that. If you're not like that, that's cool. Be who you are and let me and other women that are like me be who we are. If we like to be the sexual pursuer and I don't know. I don't even like giving it those terms.
Right.
I own my desire to pursue you.
Right.
And if it's more often, if it's more than yours, this isn't a balance of, well, I pursued this one, well, you should pursue. I mean, not to say you shouldn't pursue.
And
You were about to say.
let's say this too. The pursuit changed over the years when you had more free time.
Yes.
When we were both 8 to 5 and working, going.
Yes.
It was like, hey, okay, let's both figure like Tuesday at 7, like, because we're working, we're doing a lot. But as we've progressed in business, progressed financially, some of the things that were on your plate were taken off.
Freed me up.
We freed up some of your time. And so it was easier for you to make the pursuit because it's like, hey, I'm not washing all these clothes.
Yep.
I'm not cooking all these meals. I'm not doing all these things. So it gives me more liberty to be available.
Because I know this flower right here. I don't want to use this.
You want to use this flower? Okay, prop it. Get your props.
Give me that. Give me this right here.
All right, give you that.
Yeah, we're gonna use
props.
this.
All right.
I could see him. Y'all see this right here. Let's just say this is kids. Let's just say this is work. This is how you could look. I'm trying to see you.
Oh.
I'm trying to see you.
Okay.
So once we took some of the stuff, or laundry, whatever it could be laundry, cooking. Those were the two major things for me. Yes. Laundry, cooking. Once he took those off of my plate and helped more with the kids. I'm sorry, Mr. Producer, let me get back on camera. I was free.
Yes.
To be who I really was.
Yes.
But it was all the other stuff that was covering up and pressing me down.
Yes.
Or the partnership from you kicked in stronger. I was able to be the sexual pursuer in our relationship.
Yes.
So I just wanted to add that in there to talk about how partnership is so key.
Yes.
Like, help your wife. If y'all are not in a place financially to outsource some things, everything is a team effort.
And you can get it done faster.
So much faster.
Brothers, if you're trying to have sex, y'all can wash the dishes faster together.
Yep.
You can watch the kids faster together.
Yep.
You can do homework faster together.
Yep.
Like, let's make it happen together, and then no one person is like, well, I'm going to let you get the kids ready, wash the dishes, put all that up. I'll be upstairs.
Yep. Yeah.
Bro, you could be down there helping. Let's make it teamwork. You know what I'm saying? And then, we had to change some things. I think for whatever reason, when we first got married, used to do laundry like every Thursday night. And I was like, why are we doing laundry on Thursday? Like, where did that come from? Something you got from passed down,
passed over.
And now we passed it over. It's like, why are we doing laundry on Thursday nights?
Yeah.
Well, that's just the way I've always done it. Can we change what you've always done? Well, sure. Why not? Nobody got hurt. We just changed it to another day. Hey, do we have to wash all the clothes on Saturday? Or is it okay if I take my work stuff and wash it on a day when I got some time? Oh, well, you don't mind washing your stuff? No, I never expected you to wash all the house's clothes, fold all of them, put them out. Let's talk about the expectations again.
Yes.
Look, let me take my 8 uniforms, throw them in the washing machine, dry them, and I'll put them up myself. That's 2 loads you don't even have to touch. Just teamwork.
Yes.
Teamwork, making it work at your own address. So getting rid of the myth that the woman can't be the sexual pursuer. The woman's got to cook all the meals. The woman's got to fix your plate. I don't want you fixing my plate. I can fix my own plate. I'm good. If you fix it and you're in there, great. If not, I really like to fix my own plate because I know how much seasoning, barbecue sauce. It's like, let's get away from these myths, this black love. Well, that's black love. Not at my house, is not. Because black love at my house looks like what it looks like at my address.
Right.
Black love is not crazy, beating each other up, and we just can't get over each other. And no matter how bad we fight, we still together. That's a problem.
Yes. Stuff that's been passed down and passed over.
Passed down, and now we passing it over.
I do have a myth that I definitely want you to dig into.
Okay.
Brothers and their feelings.
Okay.
And y'all don't talk.
Oh, gosh.
Because y'all, it is a myth. that men don't have feelings. Like, they really do.
Yes. And men, we have feelings. We have hurt feelings. We have anger. We have resentment, just like joy and peace and everything else. But yes, we really do have feelings, but it hasn't been modeled for us to say that we have feelings.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been modeled for us to say, I'm hurt, or that what you said hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
you can't say that. You look weak. No, I'm hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say, I didn't like the way I saw you laughing with that guy at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he wasn't doing nothing. I know, but it just made me feel insecure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, babe, you don't have to feel insecure. You know I love you. I know it's not even about loving you. It's just telling you what I felt.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. You was just kikiing and TTing a little too much at homecoming. I was,
No, that's a real thing.
yeah, you kikiing and TTing a little too much with the brother at homecoming. Let's not do that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's a real thing. I felt some kind of way. I felt insecure. I almost busted in the head. You know what I'm saying? It's just real stuff. This is real stuff. So it is a real thing for men to have feelings. Now, the other part of it is don't act out on your feelings and do something stupid.
Right.
Don't act out and then go and punch somebody, hurt somebody, do something.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, because I grew up in a household with domestic violence.
Yeah.
You know, my dad hit my mom. And then I grew up swearing I would never do it.
Mm-hmm.
Until one day I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And then thank goodness I had a coach who got me in line. And it never happened again.
Right.
You know what I mean? So sometimes it's not just enough just to have willpower. I'm never going to do what I saw. But you did see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you did live
That's
it.
true.
And it took God, and my coach didn't know it was God in my coach, but he was just like, hey, if you got to have a woman that you got to put your hands on, you don't need her.
Right.
And changed my whole life in one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, why are you putting your hands on her? Well, that's control.
Mm-hmm.
That's now treating the person like a object of ownership
Right.
versus an object of love. You disagree with me? You talking trash to me? I'll put you in your place. Whoa, what? Wait a minute. What place is this you about to put them in?
Yeah.
Wait, what place is this? Subservient?
Right.
Slave? I own. There's no place. I'm in my place, telling you you were wrong, disagreeing. This is my place.
Yeah.
Because I'm your spouse, not your slave.
Mm-hmm.
A woman need to stay in her place, brother. You lost. You somewhere else. You all off the pages, all somewhere gone.
Mm-hmm.
The place that she has is right by you, doing what God told you to do, what he told her to do. And here's another myth that all a woman is made to do is support a man and back his dreams. Foolishness.
Right.
Women have dreams. Women
Yes.
have careers. Women have goals. Women have things they want to do. And I support yours. I've supported you for
From
20
day
years,
one.
from day
Yes,
one.
Day one, my biggest supporter.
Yes, it's
I
no,
will say that.
a woman, you know, a good wife supports her man's vision and helps him carry out his God assignment. Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we got married, I ain't had no vision. I ain't had no
Right.
God assignment. I just had a job. I was a nice guy.
Right.
I was a nice guy to take you to Ruby Tuesday, and I had a job. I didn't have no worldwide vision. Well, where you see yourself in 5 years, brother? I can't even think 5 years down the road. I had none of that. I'm paying my rent. I'm going to work. I'm going to church. I'm treat you nice. I didn't have no 5-year vision.
I do mean to interrupt.
Yes, please.
I really have such a strong, what's the word? Y'all smart people. Give me the word I'm looking for. I don't want to say feel sorry, but it's like, man, I really feel bad for this whole relationship transactional measurement. I would have missed the best dude on the planet for me if I would have measured you by your job.
Yes.
I saw this reel, the guy talking about the lady's like, I would not have dated him if he was parking the cars. Live at your own address.
Yeah.
But to miss out, because what did we say? We said Man looks on the outward. God looks at the heart.
Yes.
We just have missed it.
Yeah. I think one of the episodes we said we brought nothing to the table.
There was not even a table. The table I bought from my neighbor was selling us, like, that's the only table we had.
Yes. We had intangibles.
God.
And we were both met at a real estate conference, both pursuing real estate, both looking to do more in real estate. And that was the thing that brought us together.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, we go to the same church. Oh, we do this. Oh, we know these same people. But at the time, I didn't have the job.
Yeah.
Or the car.
Right.
Or the apartment that was impressive.
Like, right. Like, what a.
So I was passed over by thousands. I was passed over by the thousands. They was like, oh, yeah. Oh, that brother there, that's all he driving. He driving a 97 car in 03.
Right.
He living where? Off of old where? Old Natch. Oh, no, thank you. That brother, he don't live in Buckhead? No, ma'am, I sure don't.
Right.
I got a condo on Old National. I live in a high rise off Old National. Oh, my gosh.
It's just, man, that's, woo.
Yeah, and that's why
Crazy.
You really need to be, once again, spirit-led in who you meet, why you dating, and why are you even dating who you're dating. Mm-hmm. Just the stuff that if they don't have this and drive this, and maybe they'll get that when they get to you. Maybe what you bring out of them. Mm-hmm. You know, and we made this joke one time and, kind of sticking with it, but we'll move forward and end here. If you, sister, are that sharp, that intellectual, that business savvy, and this is a good guy who loves you, and he works at the post office and he only makes X amount of dollars, if you that sharp and that tough, help turn him into that. Help bring out of him, brother, the gifts. But then, you know what? That's another myth. Society says a woman shouldn't be doing that for a man. It's like, at what point are we going to make it? You know, the thing about if it's a rich man and he meets a woman at Waffle House, it's okay for him to marry her.
Right.
But if she's a rich woman and she married a cook at Waffle House, she downgraded for some reason.
Yep.
Just live at your own address. Mm-hmm. Build your life with the person you love.
Yes.
Because here we are 20 years later, still together, still growing, making more than we could have ever dreamed, ever. But it didn't start like that.
Nope.
Our beginning was small, and our latter end is greatly increasing. But that's taking teamwork, communication,
a lot of compromise, non-negotiable commitment
that we just did not negotiate on, things we passed over. We was like, nope, we're not gonna get a new car because we're trying to build this. Your car's still running, yes. My car's still running, yes. But let's do this next thing. We passed over some things. Why is that? Well, we want to put this podcast out.
Yeah.
Let's not go and do that. Let's take that money and let's get this message out to try and help people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like at some point, ladies and gentlemen, it's brunches are gonna run out.
Yep.
Mimosas gonna run out. Going to the next movie, the next concert. At some point, it's like, what are we doing together that's fulfilling? That's going beyond us. That's reaching somebody. That's helping somebody. And that's the stuff we live off of.
Yes.
That when our family members are saying, man, you all have helped us. Watching you all be married has helped us. When sisters and brothers and cousins say, man, I watched y'all on Thursday night and wow, that changed me. I remember when you was in the 10th grade. Who would have thought you would be this now?
Right.
That's the stuff we want to hear.
Yes.
And that propels us to move forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're saying is, let's get to the real of relationships. Let's build something that's of quality. Whether you ever get on a podcast, a platform, a stage, a pulpit, your life speaks.
Yes.
Let's be the marriage that the family members look at and go, I want to be like Uncle Brian. I want to be like Auntie. Oh, I love the way they do that. Man, the way they have fun together. I love when every time we come over there, everybody can come together and have a good time. That's speaking.
Right.
You're speaking to generations right there.
Yep.
Because you have an aunt and uncle from way back in the 80s.
Yep.
Marked you for life because of how they did what they did. Yes. So with that being said, we want to once again thank our sponsor, Dream Home Inspections. They can meet all of your inspection needs, whether residential or commercial, and feel free to reach out to them. Their information is on the screen.